Hey people, it's Nias talking. Now this is from Newsweek. So, woolly mammoth de-extinction. Scientists reveal plans to create Arctic elephant. A scientist who plans to bring the woolly mammoth, or at least its genes, back from extinction has revealed details about creating an Arctic elephant. Mammoths mostly died around 10,000 years ago. As sea levels rose, the remaining population got stranded on Wrangel Island and eventually disappeared 4,000 years ago. Well-preserved samples of these extinct giants have since been found in the Arctic permafrost, allowing researchers to get a glimpse of their DNA sequence. With these samples, scientists at the Harvard Medical School, HMS in Boston, Massachusetts, are working on plans to combine that DNA with samples taken from Asian elephants, the mammoth's closest living relatives, to bring those genes back from the dead. Speaking with HMS News on November 12, 2021, HMS geneticist George Church said the plans to combine cold-resistant genes of mammoths with modern Asian elephants would not necessarily create live mammoths immediately, but could see their genes put to good use. We're trying to de-extinct genes, he told HMN News. The field has actually already done with two genes that confer cold-resistant properties to organisms. The idea is to safely introduce these and other genes into present-day elephants so the elephants can comfortably live and restore Arctic environments. What? Anyway, let's keep going. To that end, Church co-founded a company called Colossal that aims to patent the gene editing technology to bring mammoth DNA back from the dead. One of the primary factors encouraging researchers to create mammoth-elephant hybrids that can survive in colder temperatures has to do with climate change. Speaking to the Times, Church said this new animal should not be called a woolly mammoth. An Arctic elephant is a better term, he said. Church told HMN News these hybrids could also help extant elephants living today. All elephant species are endangered, he said. We're trying to give them new land in the Arctic that's far away from humans, who are the major culprits causing extinction. As climate change accelerates and heats the atmosphere, it is warming the Arctic faster than any other region on the planet. In the coming decade, this is to be expected to have potentially disastrous effects. Among them are the melting of Arctic permafrost and the release of vast quantities of carbon and methane locked away underneath its frozen shell, further exacerbating climate change and global heating. By rewilding certain regions, including the Arctic, with elephant-mammoth hybrids, scientists believe they could help avert that particular disaster. The animals could do so by helping to trample and suppress the rapid tree growth now seen in the Arctic that makes it harder for frost to penetrate the ground and freeze it. If they were successful, the permafrost could be saved and the carbon it stores would remain locked away. The two for one is that not only would the elephants get a new homeland, but their homeland is in desperate need of environmental restoration, and they can help. Church told HM News, moving genetically adapted elephants to the Arctic offers an opportunity to sequester or remove from the atmosphere significant amounts of carbon and to prevent more carbon from escaping. Playing God. Editing DNA and genes, however, raises ethical questions such as whether humans have a right to edit the DNA of other animals. What are the other ethical implications of such work? Projects involving genetic manipulation often raise concerns about playing God or meddling with nature. Julian Copland, research fellow in biomedical ethics at the University of Melbourne, Australia, told Newsweek. In this case, though, the aim is to reintroduce mammoths into ecosystems which they used to exist, which might resembles existing rewilding projects more closely than Frankenstein in meddling with nature. But they just said that these are not the same elephants. It's a hybrid. It's something that's new. So you're not doing the same thing. The same thing would be making an exact woolly mammoth. He said that the primary ethical questions raised by the work would be about resource allocation, which with results far from clear. Christopher Gingell, also a research fellow in biomedical ethics at the Murdoch Children's Research Institute at University of Melbourne, said the results of such work are far from guaranteed because we don't know how these hybrid animals will behave. Yes, we've all seen Jurassic Park. There is reason to be skeptical about introducing some mammoth genes into Asian elephants, which results in them adopting the behavior of mammoth from thousands of years ago, he told Newsweek. Elephants as well as humans learn behaviors from their parents and elders. It's not clear that elephant-mammal hybrids will act like mammoths, with no established elders living in the ecosystem. Concerns over playing God or how... And I have a question. They keep saying that animals brought up in the zoo cannot survive in the wilderness. So how, again, they have a good point. How can you create animals that do not have any living relatives and put them out there and expect them to take over an ecosystem? How would they even know how to search for food or anything? Concerns over playing God or how effective mammoth-elephant hybrids could, however, be eclipsed by even bigger concerns raised by climate change. Both biomedical ethics experts said that when it comes to a problem as serious and urgent as the climate crisis, such a scheme to help avert the disaster of a melted permafrost might be worth it. It's a great aim, Gingle said. Although this project uses novel technologies, it pursues similar goals to other environmental projects. Furthermore, the melting of the Siberian permafrost is a serious global problem. Ambitious projects like this may be justified when trying to solve potentially catastrophic issues. I have a question though. People go to sparsely populated environments like the jungle to hunt elephants. Why wouldn't they go to the Arctic? I mean, it's even better because there's fewer people to catch you. I mean, in the Siberian wilderness, how many people are there to keep a watch on you? Who's to say that these won't become a new novelty that will begin being hunted? Let's keep going. Copland also expressed enthusiasm for the Mammoth undertaking. I'm personally excited by the project, he said. This is partly because, like everyone, I love woolly mammoths, and partly because of what de-extinction technologies could do for our ability to repair some of the damage humans have inflicted on biodiversity. Since the consequences of climate change are potentially catastrophic, I think it's worth taking serious any strategies that could help, including those that have a low chance of success or might seem far-fetched. If the stakes are high enough, even a long shot is worth taking. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that and found it interesting. Please comment, I really want to hear what you think. If you like to support this channel, leave my Cash App. If you like to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave that link there as well. If you buy one of my t-shirts, I'll leave it there as well. I'm going to leave this article in the description so you can read it yourself. Also, YouTube have hit me with a warning, so I'm going to leave my backup channel. Please follow that. Peace.